will be on common sense and vocabulary. And I will say, in fact, for this two parts, what can I teach you will be very limited, because these two really require your own readings or watching some kinds of videos like from the Discovery channels, National Geographic, like this. Let's look at this one. What is this animal? I will say the background, tell you some hints. I give you some choices. Okay. These are the choice. Okay. A tiger. B, cheetah. C, leopard. D, jaguar. And E, lion. But I would say the most difficult part is that, do you know all these words? This related to vocabulary, okay, and of course some common sense. Let's do it one by one. Tiger is 老虎. Cheetah is 獵豹. Leopard is 花豹. D, jaguar is 美洲豹. And E, lion is 獅子. So, what is this? I give you 10 seconds to think about it. First of all, this is not a tiger, because tiger live in forest. The habitat is a forest, and if you look at the background here, this is grassland. You can't see trees, so this is grassland. And then how to distinguish these three? Cheetah, leopard, jaguar. In Chinese, they are all pao, but in fact, if you look at the external features, they're very different. Let's show you about this one. Okay. In fact, for jaguar, 美洲豹, which is in fact the largest one, for the body size, largest one among these three. And then the dot is like this, a circle, and the inside still have some spots. And then for leopard, 花豹, it is like a circle. And then for cheetah, 獵豹, it's just some black color dots like this. And cheetah is the animals that run fastest on land, 獵豹. Then once again, apart from the patterns of the fur, another thing which is different is from looking at the face. For this one, very obviously, this is once again, you can look at the body pattern. This is a cheetah. But for cheetah, one thing that is very distinctive features will be they have a black color strip line down from their eyes. So this is a cheetah. And these black color lines are absent in jaguar and also in leopard. Then how can you identify leopard and jaguar? Then you can look at it like this. I would say they look quite similar. From the body size, jaguar is a little bit larger, but sometimes very difficult because you don't know their age. So that's why, again, what you can use for identification and the classification will be their patterns of the dot. And then once again, come back to these questions. So what is this? So in fact, this is a lion, and this is a female lion. So that's why you can't see those fur around here. So, common sense. And these are not everything that I can teach you. Continue. So sometimes it's good that nowadays we have computer. Let's look at this one. Again, it is something that I want you to know and notice by. So this is a sea lion or a seal. sea lion in Chinese is 海獅. Seal will be 海豹. Normally, when we talk about body size, sea lion will be a little bit larger. But again, when you just look at the animal, you don't know its age. So it's very difficult for you to have a comparison of whether it is a large body size or small body size. And then from this one, very clearly, I would say this is a sea lion because you can observe the pinna, the outer ear here. Only the sea lion you can observe the external pinna here. If it is for seal, let me find a seal. This one. If it is a seal, you will find that here there is only a hole there without the pinna. And then another one that you may always mix up will be this one. If you just look at it, is it a sea lion? No, you can't see the pinna. And in fact, this is an other one. We call it walrus. W-A-L-R-U-S. Walrus. 海象. So this is a walrus. So for walrus, one very different thing is that it has much larger body size compared to the sea lion and the seals. But one very distinctive feature is that for the adult one, you can observe the tusk. And these kinds of teeth, very long teeth, we say these are tusks. We don't use the teeth, right? We don't use the word teeth. And these kind of structure, for the limb, this kind of structure we call flipper. And we don't say these are hands. So for dolphin, and whales, they are also mammals. For example, like this one. This structure here, we don't call it fin. So once again, we call it flipper. Because in fact, the structure is very different. The flipper is made up of bones. But fins of the fish are not made up of bones. So this is flipper. Okay. Also come back here. Again, the focus will be on some vocabulary because later on I will teach you how to draw the key. And it is very important that you can write those words. Let's look at this one. Here first. These kinds of animals, you can find it in Africa, and each year they migrate to the other part. And what are these? How do we call these? Alright, these animals. They look like cow, but we don't say they're cow. So this will be, we call it I can't remember how to spell wildebeest. W-I-L-D-E-B-E-E-S-T. Wildebeest. It is something like this. And for wildebeest, the Chinese I can remember is called 牛羚. So again, it is or 角馬. And most of the time, if you watch some videos, you will find that they're always chased by those lion or cheetah or leopard like this. I continue. Other kinds of vocabularies here. For rhinoceros, the structure in Chinese is 角. But for this one, the name in we don't call it 眼角. In English, we call it horns. 角. And then this one, what we mentioned, this we call it tusk, long teeth. And then if it is the horn of the deer, we call it antlers. In Chinese, 鹿茸, 鹿角. And this is not branched, so this is also just called horns. I continue. If you look at this one, what's that? We just talk about it. This is a seal. You can see no ear here. So this is the one that live in the polar region, so white in color with a lot of fur, thick fur. And if you still remember the level of classification, I want to show you something here. In fact, if you look at this one, this is something like 金桔. It belongs to mammal, but if you continue to look at the order, family, species, for the order, if we call it this one. And in fact, for all animal under this order, they can lay eggs. So it is quite weird, in fact. But for classification, every time we have something in between two different groups, very common. So that's why the classification system keeps changing. Another kinds of animals also fall into this order will be the platypus after itself. Also lay eggs, but it's a kind of mammal. I highly recommend you to read some books like this. At least learn more vocabularies. Alright, this is what we mentioned, if you still remember. So what's this? This is cheetah. You can see here, the two black strips here. Continue. Do you know how to, for this structure, how do we call it? T. If it is these kinds of features on animal, if it is on plant, we call it spine. But and then for all this, we call it coil. Q-U-I-L-L. And in fact, it's a kind of modified hair. So again, structurally very different. Giraffe. Again, another kinds of habitat. Desert. How do we call this animal? This is 骆驼 in English. Camel. C-A-M-E-L. And then let's see. For this one, stripped tails. We call this, it have the stripped pattern. Continue. So again, once again, forest. A lot of deer, they live in forest instead of in the grassland. Those in the grassland will be antelope, which is different. Deer is 鹿. Antelope, 羚羊. So deer live in forest, and antelope live in grassland. I would say if you observe their features again, they are very different. So if you look at the ella like this must be the deer. Continue. Polar region. This is a kind of mouse, as I remember. Dilated pupil, very large iris, big eye. Then this kinds of adaptive features is that they are nocturnal animal, that they are active at night. This is an ant eater. I guess some features that you need to know. How do we call this? Zao. So we call this claw. C-L-A-W. Continue. This one is a manatee. M-A-N-A-T-E-E. In Chinese, this is 海牛. In fact, they are underwater. The food that they eat will be seaweed or some water plants. And then this is a sloth, S-L-O-T-H, 鼠奶. This is a tar pit. Oh, once again, if you look at this one, we just talked about this. What is this one? Can you see the pattern? This is what's that? This is a leopard phá pao. You can see it does not have distinctive black strip here. So this is, once again, if you look at the body pattern, this is a leopard phá pao. Continue. Koala. A lot of animals in Australia, they have a special part, like this, here. How do we call this? I might go bad at you. This is we call it a pouch. P-O-U-C-H. Apart from kangaroo, koala also have one. This is a koala. Koala will also have the pouch at the back. And then this is platypus. It has a beak that it look like a bird. It lay eggs, which look like a bird, but on the body, these are all hairs. And it also have mammary glands. And it is classified as a mammal, but in fact it is in between two. So we say the classification system keeps changing. Any other things? Let's see. A panda. This one, you know, this is a tiger. And you can see the environment with a lot of green color. They live in forest. And a bat also belongs as a mammal. It has a hair, although it has wings. But in fact, the wings are their limb with bones. And all of the body, those are hair, but not feathers. Any other special things? So again, if you look at this diagram, what's this? You just learn about it. This is a seal. Okay. No ear. So that's all for this book. And for more information, in fact, I want you to search on YouTube by yourself, and you can watch those videos by yourself. I would want you to search like 100 weird animals 奇怪嘅動物 and then you can watch the videos like this. So for this one, you watch it at home by yourself. It will show you a lot of different kinds of animals, expose more. And also for plants, not just animal. So again, try to watch these kinds of video by yourself. And in fact, try to click on more videos by yourself at home if you think that you have no common sense. Okay, then for this part we stop here.